In this video, I'm going to discuss Pinterest marketing tips for artists. I'm going to show you inside my Pinterest analytics dashboard, as well as my Tailwind dashboard. And Tailwind is an app that I use along with Pinterest to make the posting easier. Because one of the biggest tips with Pinterest is that you need to post a lot. And according to Tailwind, there are certain times of day that it is better to post than others to get the most views out of your posts, just like with any other social media network. And the thing is though, is that if you're trying to post all the time and there's all this different stuff, it's really hard to do if you're not using some type of scheduling software. And that's what Tailwind is. But Tailwind is even more than that. And I just also want to put in here that I'm not an affiliate of Tailwind or anything like that. I just really love their software, and it has helped me and my Pinterest account a lot because it saved me a lot of time, and anything that saves me time is good because I want to be making art, not advertising my art constantly. So you can use Tailwind to schedule your Pinterest posts, but you can also use it to find posts of other people's to repost on your Pinterest account. And it's really easy to do. I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. But first, I would like to show you my Pinterest account so you can kind of see what I'm doing on there, and we can go over a few things and you can get a look into the stats. This is my Pinterest account. I'm Crystal Cole Fine Art on there. And you can see that I only have 672 followers. Now, when you look at followers on Pinterest, it doesn't really matter. It's not like other social media networks where you need a lot of followers. What really matters is your monthly viewers. And this is 588,000 monthly viewers I have across all the different posts that I've made on here. And that is a really good number. And that's kind of the area that you want to get into. You want to have at least several 100,000 monthly viewers on your account if you know that your account is doing well. One thing that I found in the description of my account is I kind of put some keywords in here that people might search for on Pinterest. I don't know if that helps my profile show up in search, but maybe it does, so I try to do what I can. You'll also notice that I have a lot of different types of posts on here, and they're mostly products of mine. Every once in a while I will post something that isn't mine. But if you see here, there's this one, right? And this one's also in a postcard. But what I do is I don't post this particular exact image and this exact in situ photo over and over, but I may post the same artwork in multiple different ways that I sell it, so that way people can see the different things that are available, but not an exact image repeated. Because if you put too many repeated posts on Pinterest, they're not going to show them. They can tell. They're a visual search engine, so they can tell if it's the same picture. They like unique content. Well, and if you look at this one, even I had 2,700 views of this particular piece, and it's just the back of one of my wood boards. It's not anything all that interesting, but it was new to Pinterest, and so they gave me a lot of search exposure because of it. Now we're going to go into the analytics real quick. As you can see, I've had 919,000 impressions on my Pinterest account over the last month. Now this is up 123% from the prior month. So I've been getting a lot more impressions lately on Pinterest. I think part of that might be because people are going on there to search for things that they might want to purchase online as Christmas gifts. Because the type of people who are on Pinterest and are using it are looking for products to buy. And so I have seen in this last month a big increase on my Pinterest account. You can see a post I made on September 5th, 2020. This, which is organic, all of this reach I'm getting is organic. I don't do ads on Pinterest. I don't think ads are worth it on Pinterest, honestly, for artists. Maybe other people will disagree with that, but I don't do ads. This is all organic reach. Now, my total impressions from my Chihuahua print post are 469,319 impressions. My Gnosis print, which I also created this post on September 14th, 2020, this was 286,855 total impressions. Now these next pins drop down a little bit less, like 15,000, 12,000, 9,000. Now these are organic reach if I'm only sharing it myself. But if you notice these two pins up here, the Chihuahua print and the Gnosis print, other people also shared these pins, and this is what helped me because other people boosted my reach by repinning my posts. And this is where it's important to create posts that people want to repin, because then you can get help and boost in your reach by them sharing your content. Just like all the other social media networks, if people share your posts that you make, then you're going to reach more people. And next I'm going to show you guys into the dashboard of my Tailwind account. And when we were just looking on Pinterest, you can see that I had a lot of posts on there. On average, I post 3 to 5 times per day on Pinterest, and that's a lot of posts. So I use Tailwind to schedule all those posts. It just makes it a whole lot easier. So now we're on my website and I am looking for something really easy to share because I don't want to spend a lot of time. That's my goal. So I'm looking through and okay, I'm going to try this print here. I have already shared my main image on there and I think that image as well, but I have never shared my detail photo. And what I do on all of my images that I'm going to share to Pinterest is I put my website on there, or at least I try to now. I didn't used to do that, but I've realized people will just reshare my stuff and then not share my website. So I want to make sure that everybody knows exactly where to purchase the artwork that they're seeing. That's one of the big things about Pinterest. There's just lots of stuff on there and you can't find who the artists are. You click this button right here, it says schedule, and it's really easy. I'm going to move this window up a little bit. We can type a board name in. Now I have all of these boards on here. I'm going to put it in my cat art board. I can also add other boards. I'm in different groups. Now groups on Pinterest are really a good idea to join. Ever since I've been in groups and I've been posting in them, I've gotten a big boost in my visibility on there. And groups are absolutely free to join. All you have to do is find a group that has a lot of people on it, a lot of traffic, and there are some websites you can go to find that out. I may do another video in the future specifically about joining groups on Pinterest because it's a bit more of a process than what I want to try to explain in this video, but you can just also Google how to join groups on Pinterest and there's lots of resources out there for you until I make that video. But Pinterest groups are great, and so I'm going to add this to a couple of groups because it will allow me to get a little bit more visibility. So I've got 3 different boards this is going to post on, and I can change the title and the description. I'm going to put cat art here in the title because that's what it is, and it's important to have on your posts on Pinterest the keywords that you think people would search for that are looking to buy your product in the title and the description. So brothers, and then we'll go cat art print. And then you can put hashtags. So cat art would be a hashtag, cats, cat decor, cat liver gift. And so you can put, I don't know if there's really a limit on the amount of tags. I've seen people put like 20 or 30 tags on there. I don't usually do that because it takes too much time to mess with it. So, I mean, I'm just trying to do this as quick as possible. You can also add this to tribes. Now I'll show you what tribes are here in a minute on Tailwind, but the thing is that tribes are really great too because they're a place that people who are also on Tailwind will share your items that you post to the tribe, and then you can find content out of there to share to your feed, because you need extra stuff to post on your Pinterest if you want it to look good. Although you can make your Pinterest account completely your content, it's better to also post a few things from other people so it looks like you're a real person who is sharing your interests on there, not just sharing your stuff to sell it to people. So then, okay, I'm adding to queue. It says, yeah, your pins have been saved, and it'll give me some ideas of things, posts in my tribes that I could add to my queue if I saw anything in here, but I usually don't use this. I usually just close out of this, and I'm gonna refresh this page, and you can see that I have all 3 posts here on Wednesday. Now, you don't want to schedule every single post on the same day with the same image. So what I usually do is I drag these out to a few different days throughout my timeline, so that way it doesn't over fatigue people to see the same thing, the people who are following me. Now I only have like 600 followers on there. It's not a lot, but you don't want to annoy them with seeing the same thing over and over and over in their feed. Next we're going to go into the Tailwind tribes, because this is where you can find awesome things to post that are other people's content. Badass Creatives is really good. They share my art in there a lot, and so I'm going to try to find some things to share. Now it says you can hide your already scheduled post. I do this just so that I don't accidentally share the same thing twice. Now what I do when I look through these is I try to find things that aren't going to compete with my products. So I don't share other people's products. What I do is I've created boards in my Pinterest account that are like how to make art, art business tips, things like that. And so then I look through these groups and find people who are sharing art tutorials or giving business tips for artists or giving free things away. And then I share that content because it doesn't compete with my business at all. And in fact, the people who follow me might be interested in reading or viewing those posts as well. So sometimes it can take a little while scrolling through here to find something that I think will be good, but it's just a matter of looking through. Sorry if my screen recording gets a little glitchy, because sometimes when I move the screen too much, it just kind of, I don't know, makes these weird pixelated areas. So sorry if it's doing that. And this one, it says 50 pieces of art, October package free. And it's free art, so I figure, I mean, free things I'll share, people will like that. And I have a whole section here, art freebies. Now, this person did not put any hashtags in their description, and I want hashtags because it's going to help the visibility of my account. You never know who will see this post and then who will check out who created the post and then see all the rest of my artwork. So free art. Okay, add to queue. It was that simple. Now we're going to go back to the publisher, so you can see it's now in my queue. As a rule of thumb, I get in here once a week and I fill up my entire queue with posts from my website as well as posts from all of the people who I follow on Tribes. I try to post several times a day about my personal art and then like one time a day with someone else's post, just to change it up a little bit. I also go onto my Etsy account and I pin a lot of things from Etsy on here, because what I have found is that Etsy really favors my items in search the more I share the items on Pinterest. I don't know how they know this or what. They have like really good tools for their analytics, so they must realize when people are sharing the items from their Etsy shop. And so it's really easy to share Etsy items on using the Tailwind app as well. It's just as easy as sharing the items on my website. All you do is click the little icon. It's really quick, and I love doing this because before this I was having to use the native share buttons on all the different websites and things to share the pins. And although that works, they don't give you the kind of options with customizing the descriptions and adding hashtags to them usually. The other option outside of Tailwind is just to use Pinterest only, and you could share directly from Pinterest by uploading images, but it's all manual and that takes more time. And like I've said lots in this video, I like to make everything as quick and easy as possible. Lastly, one thing that I found that is really great for Pinterest is adding video content. If you are an artist that shares your videos already to like Instagram and Facebook, like videos of you making your work, these are excellent things that will drive lots of interest to your Pinterest account and get you lots of views. Pinterest favors video, and so they will give you a ton of exposure if you post videos. And this is what I started doing several months back, and it increased my reach greatly. So the combination of using groups and Tailwind, scheduling, videos when you can, all these things is going to really boost your account. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, post them below in the comments, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. See you later.